Welcome to the 8th annual CFO Leadership Conclave. It gives me great pleasure to make up for the absence of women in this audience with our chief guest, Ms. Meera Shankar, who has been former ambassador to the United States of America and Germany. Please join me in welcoming her onto stage.
We all grow up learning that finance is essentially meant to check the profligacy of other organs of an organization or government.
A large percentage of those are financial centers. Imagine what would happen if the Mumbais and the New Yorks of the world were underwater.
Second largest IoT platform known to mankind. So in total, we do 26 billion forecasts in every 24 hours.
This session is really meant to comment on the global evolution of both financial and economic and monetary systems. Please join me in welcoming Andreas Bauer.
And trade is a very powerful tool to make firms more efficient.
Today's announced projects are tomorrow's under implementation projects. This is a powerful statement about business confidence.
The GSTN number only one. If it were a B2B transaction, you would find 2 GSTN numbers.
I'm not going to talk for too long. This is hopefully going to be a very fun, creative and interactive session.
Indian girl, the most beautiful girl in the world, ladies and gentlemen.
रूप तेरा मस्ताना प्यार मेरा दीवाना रूप तेरा मस्ताना प्यार मेरा दीवाना भूल कोई हमसे ना हो जाए जहाँ तेरी ये नजर है मेरी जान मुझे खबर है जहाँ तेरी ये नजर है मेरी जान मुझे खबर है बच ना सका कोई आए कितने लंबे हैं मेरे हाथ कितने अरे देख इधर यार ध्यान किधर है
Thank you very much.
It was the first time in the last 3 years that this audience hasn't given 100% thumbs up to the environment that we are in.
Between 1947 and 2011, there were only 200,000 companies registered.
How good is our internet infrastructure?
Right from cash to credit card to NEFT to RTGS to checks, multiple payment methods are being used.
Thinking and designing these processes in a way that these can be completely human intervention less in future.
In a time frame where business models themselves are undergoing changes, but also integrate new inorganic acquisitions that we would have taken in.
Data networks, ad exchanges, social media, what have you. So there's again this whole thing going on in the background, just as we saw in the mobile world, in the web world.
I think the first role for an independent director is to challenge management. And since in most cases, the management is nothing but the voice of the controlling shareholder.
Investors are not bothered to look at them at the initial stages because they're all in the euphoria of money coming.
Customers benefited, humankind, mankind benefited.
Maybe I can put a silver lining to the entire discussion. Indians are the most intelligent, creative and adaptable on this earth.
So the long internships, the long ladder up does not quite work for them. They do want to kind of be leaders early, and that's another thing that we keep hearing.
3 to 4 years to accept that things were changing.
Where you are today is nothing but the accumulation of all the consequences of the choices that you made in your life.
What does mindful leadership mean to you?
Mindful leadership is basically a focused leadership. It is a conscious leadership. It's the ability to lead various stakeholders mindfully to achieve the organizational goals and objectives.
Please be at the lobby between 6:45 and 6:55. 7 o'clock the buses will depart for Shivnivas Palace. hope you all had fun last evening. It's a great segue into starting today.
Can we create a better world for them and get them to use technology, encourage them to go in and be participants in the economic world.
Two parallel tracks running, which is interesting. One would have assumed that the world is going to a slightly higher level of consciousness.
The essence of this in the only one yuga. And if you do, you will create your own Kalki avatar. The CFO of 2020 will be the Kalki avatar of yours, based on everything that you saw just now. Okay? So that's my CFO 6.0.
I think if you make it 3 days, it will be lovely.
And I look forward to being at the next conclave.
They always make these events very successful.
We're looking at CFOs, we're training them, we're kind of asking them to think beyond normal reaches. This is a very good purpose and a very good moment, and I'm happy to be part of it.